Hi, I'm Pastor Kurt, and this is your 5-minute Bible study. Today, we're going to be looking at Genesis 37 through 50. That's a lot of text, but this is the story of Joseph. Joseph was the son of Jacob, who was the son of Isaac, who was the son of Abraham. So he's Abraham's great-grandson. We know Joseph today for his Technicolor dream coat. This coat that his father Jacob gave to him. Now, why did he give him this coat in the first place? Because he was his father's favorite son. More specifically, he was the oldest son of Jacob's favorite wife. Jacob had two wives, Rachel and Leah. He also had two concubines, which were women who weren't quite wives, but the men could still have children with them. So with these 4 women, Jacob had a lot of kids. He had 12 boys and 1 girl. The poor girl. But at least she had 12 brothers to look after her. When we think of Joseph, Joseph was the firstborn son of Jacob's favorite wife, Rachel. This is why he gave him that coat. Now, Jacob is known for his dreams, and some of his dreams said that his brothers and even his father would bow down before him. Of course, this didn't settle well with them because they thought, who are you? Why should we bow down before you? A lot of times we can remember that Joseph's brothers were mean to him, which they were. They ended up throwing him into a pit and selling him off into slavery. But sometimes we forget that Joseph himself was kind of a jerk to them. He was arrogant. He was boastful about these dreams. Well, eventually, as I said, the brothers had enough of it, and they get Jacob sold into slavery, and they tell their father, Jacob, that Joseph has died. They make this whole show. They get his fancy coat and put animal blood on it to make Jacob think it's Joseph's blood. And so Jacob spends all this time thinking that his son Joseph is dead, and his brothers think good riddance. Well, eventually, of course, Joseph ends up being sold into Pharaoh's household in Egypt. Well, Joseph gets blamed for a crime he didn't commit, gets thrown into prison. He meets a couple of guys in prison who have dreams, and Joseph interprets those dreams for them. When they leave prison, one of them goes back to work for Pharaoh. Pharaoh has some dreams, and this guy remembers Joseph. Pharaoh calls Joseph out of prison. Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dreams, which say that Egypt is going to have 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Pharaoh is so impressed with Joseph that he makes him second in command of Egypt. Joseph's job is to stockpile the food when they have years of plenty, so that they'll have it during the years of famine. Joseph does so. The years of plenty come, and then the years of famine come. And because of Joseph, Egypt is basically the one place in the world that still has food. So everybody from all over comes to Egypt for food. And this includes Joseph's brothers. Now, they don't know that this is Joseph, but Joseph knows that it's his brothers. So much time has passed, and Joseph is looking like he's second in charge. So they don't recognize him at first when they ask for this food. Joseph recognizes them, and for a while he doesn't reveal himself to them. He just sort of toys with them. But then, of course, he reveals himself to them and tells them that God was still able to work through his life. He basically says to them near the end of chapter 50, what you intended for harm, God was able to turn into good. That line is a great summary of this entire story. When bad things happen in life, either because we're being jerks and it's our own fault, or because other people did mean stuff to us, or because of events outside of our control, God can still bring good things out of it. There were tough family dynamics going on here. There was a famine, there was jealousy, there was Joseph being charged for a crime he didn't commit. There was all of this horrible stuff, but God was still at work. God could still bring good things out of it. God could still bring families back together again, like we see at the end of chapter 50. So when bad things happen in your life, when you feel like Joseph, remember that God can still bring good out of it. God doesn't cause the suffering, but God can still bring good stuff out of it. There's your 5-minute Bible study for today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.